Hey guys, welcome back to NeverGameAlone. Today is both me and Alex. There is two of us talking today. Say
Hey
hello.
guys, what's going on?
And we are going to be talking about how Rock Band is...
Rock Band
4. How Rock Band 4 is one of the worst and best rock bands simultaneously. There are some really great things about Rock Band 4. There are also some really shitty things about Rock Band 4.
Now, before we get into this video, we're going to say that we love Rock Band 4. It's one of my most played games right now, and I just love playing it.
It's like the only game I play right now.
It's really, really fun. Just because I like the game a lot doesn't mean I'm going to say it's perfect. Like, there are a lot of things about the game that are just really bad and really, really need to be addressed. And some of them have been addressed in more ways than one. Yes, all of the footage in this video is going to be our recorded footage. No, we're not perfect, so please don't make fun of us when we mess up.
But we're pretty good.
Yeah, but like, I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but we're not terrible.
Yeah, I'm not that bad at this game. I've played this game more than any other game that exists, I think.
Probably. Let's start with the good things about Rock Band 4.
Fine. So the first good thing I would want to talk about is the soundtrack. And, I mean, this is nothing new. I feel like Rock Band in general just does a really good job picking the songs to have on the disc, like the disc game, like what you get, like what you pay $60 or whatever for. No DLC, just on disc songs. DLC is a different story.
Yeah, I mean, I know personally that 75% of the songs that came on the disc for Rock Band 2, I now have on my iPod. Just because after playing them so long, I just really liked them. Yeah, they were just really likable songs.
Rock Band 2 introduced me to Avenged Sevenfold, Dream Theater, System of a Down, Testament, Judas Priest.
And even some of the bands where I may not necessarily like the whole bands, like there were some standalone songs that I downloaded, like Hungry Like the Wolf or Carry On My Wayward Son. Like there were just some really, really fun songs in that game. And that throughout every Rock Band has been 10 out of 10. Yeah. Even Rock Band 3, which I didn't play that much, I still think had a fantastic soundtrack.
No, Rock Band 3 had a legendary soundtrack. Rock Band 1 had a legendary soundtrack. Yeah. Rock Band 4 has a really good soundtrack. Yeah. It has like Metropolis Part 1, the Dream Theater song. It has like I Am Electric, like songs that I've never heard about. Yeah. But when I played them, I'm like, oh, this is really fun. This is like a really cool song. Like All Over You by Live or Live or however the hell you pronounce their...
Even that Paramore song, I really like.
All the Paramore songs are like really fun to play, and I really enjoy them. Like they're all just really good songs, and even songs that I don't go out of my way to listen to on a regular basis, I just find myself liking them so much.
One of the things I look for in the Rock Band songs is a really, really enjoyable guitar part, because that's what I do. I really like playing the guitar. I play on Expert. I can play anything on Expert. I may not be able to beat everything on Expert because there are just some crazy solos that not many people can get, but I really, really, really appreciate a fun guitar song.
It's same for me on drums. I can play Expert on most things on drums, and I just really enjoy a fun drum part.
So in the past, the way you play a Rock Band and the way it feels when you strum or you hit the note and the responsiveness you get back has never been perfect. There's always been something that made it feel just a little bit off, whether it was the calibration was a tiny bit off, or there was delay between the instrument and the device, but I would go out on a limb and say that Rock Band 4 has almost perfected it, to where when I play, I feel like the one-to-one responsiveness is there, like it never has been before. And one of the biggest problems is when you play on an HD TV, you get the lag, but the new way... It's actually not new, but the way to pair the lag, like the automatic lag calibration, is really fantastic in this game. It does a really good job.
So there was an auto calibration mechanic in the previous Rock Bands, I know, but they just didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work for some reason. It might have been the equipment. It might have been the equipment in the guitar itself wasn't good, but whatever they did in this Rock Band, it works fantastic.
I remember the auto calibration in Rock Band 2, like it's there, but we tried it once and it just made it terrible. It made it awful. But like you do it in Rock Band 4 and it just works.
Yeah.
It works and it's so easy. It's just so, it's because I know that calibrating is like one of the most stressful things about Rock Band. It just pisses me off.
Yeah, and if you don't have a perfect sense of rhythm, it's not going to come out right.
Yeah. So for me, as I said before, I usually play the drums. And I really liked in Rock Band 2 how they, personally, like this is my personal opinion, like other people could think other things, but in Rock Band 2, the way you powered up and the way you got into that like all-star mode or whatever it was called, I thought that was like the best methods. Yeah. You could hit whatever you want for 4 beats, but you have to end on the green note. And I'm so used to that, and I think that it was really fun, and that's something I really didn't like about Rock Band 3, because Rock Band 3, it just didn't have that. And it's available to Rock Band 4 also. The thing is, you would just continue playing the song, but eventually you'd hit a green note, and you'd get the star power or whatever. In Rock Band 2, you could like have your own little cool fill, and then hit the green note for the star power. But in Rock Band 4, what I like is how they introduced, I think it was dynamic fills. And I don't use dynamic fills. I never do. I think they're awful and they're really annoying. But I like how they give you the option to not do that. They give you the option to gain power the way you did in Rock Band 2, or the way you did in Rock Band 3, or the way you did in Rock Band 4. So I just like how they give you the option. They don't just say, this is how you're doing it. They say, you could do it this way, you could do it this way, or you could do it this way. And I think that is actually really cool for Rock Band to do.
So, like other Rock Bands in the past, Rock Band 4 has a very, very big DLC library, and they're always releasing new content, which is awesome.
Like every week.
Like every week,
yeah.
And they keep everyone up to date on it. They do Facebook posts, and they're very responsive on their Facebook. If you ever want to like interact with the community there or try to talk to somebody, they're very, very responsive there, which is awesome. And the content that they release is, I mean, it's subjective to opinions, but it's awesome. Like, the fact that they're just pushing out content every single week and just giving people more and more options for songs to buy.
People that complain about, like, I feel like every single time there's DLC released, people complain because they just want more of whatever specific genre. But, I mean, the more diversity you have in your Rock Band set list, the better, I guess. I'm more personally into the hard rock, heavy metal songs because, I mean, they're, in general, much harder, and they give me a lot more of a challenge, but I'm not going to shit on Rock Band for releasing a Bruno Mars song or a Lady Gaga song.
Yeah, because I mean, Rock Band really is a party game, and I've played with people from my uncle to my roommates to my friends, and everybody has a different taste in music. So when you go through the library, somebody's just like, oh, I love this song, let's play this song, and you look at it and you're like, I've never heard of this song in my life. But apparently somebody has. It does a really good job of bringing something for everybody and just having so many options. Really, options is what this game does really well. So there are a lot of things that the game did really well technically, like a lot of things that it integrated just into the game that made it a lot more playable and just made it a lot more convenient for everyone. Like, one of the things in Rock Band 4 is that you could join the songs just in the middle. Like, you can just turn the guitar on while somebody's in the middle of a song, join, and just start playing. Like, that is awesome. You don't have to wait till the end of the song. It's really, really cool.
Even though when you join mid-song, it doesn't record your score.
Yeah, it doesn't save your progress, but it doesn't really matter. It's like you get to play instead of not playing. Another thing is the, I really like the leveling system in Rock Band 4. You get to track your progress, and it's like Jack uses our main Xbox One account, and I use like a guest account, but we still both get to individually track our own progress, which is really, really cool. Even our roommate Steve.
Yeah, he tracks his
own progress.
And what I like also, like, in terms of tracking progress, is you can actually, like, look at your progress, like, your score, how good you are, what's your combined score on disc songs, what's your combined score on every song, like, how many songs have you full comboed, how many songs have you gotten golden stars, like, at the end of a song, you could see, like, how many notes did you miss, how many excess hits did you get, like, what's your streak? Every single thing that you could possibly want to know about what you have been doing is there. And I don't know, it just, having the leveling system and actually, like, having a number there, like having, oh, I am level 45, because I think I am level 45, I'm not sure. It's just, like, it's cool. Yeah. I don't know, it's just, I could just get to say, yeah, I'm a level 45. I play this game a lot.
Part of it to me also is, I mean, this really isn't specifically for probably me and Jack, but the fact that you can now turn on no fail mode and still track your progress, somebody like my friend Steve, who's not as good at the game, plays on medium and hard and sometimes fails, still wants to be able to track his own progress and get better. And because when no fail mode,
I'm not gonna lie, we still use no fail mode.
Well, yes, I mean, sometimes you just get to a solo and you fail and it's like, oh, like, that sucks. I guess I could be better, but it's like,
it's not as fun.
It's not as fun, right?
Yeah, playing with no fail mode, regardless of how good you are, is just so much more fun because you just don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Like, in the back of my mind, like, I just think, oh, something really, really hard could come up and I could just end the song for everybody. And that's, I mean, Alex does that sometimes. Because there are some really hard guitar solos. I mean, it's nothing against them, they're just really hard.
No, and also, I just remember on Rock Band 2, somebody would put No Fail on, and we would forget it was on, and even things like recalibrating the game would not save.
Yeah.
Literally,
Nothing
would save if No Fail mode was on. Even, I mean, and that went for, like, any cheats.
Yeah.
Even, like, unlock all songs.
I think in Rock Band 4, they just gave you every song at the beginning. I'm not 100% sure on that, don't quote me on that, but I think that's how it was.
Which is the way it should be.
Yeah,
I mean, I personally played Tor, but someone who doesn't play as much as me and just really wants to have all the options, it's really fucking annoying that everything is locked.
Actually, speaking of Tors, I think, I don't know, I think Tor mode, it hasn't really changed at all. It's pretty much been the same thing, exactly. But one thing that they did change about Tor mode is the voting set lists, and I do like that. Like, you know, when we play and it's like, it gives you an option of like 5 songs, and it's like, oh, well, I want to play this song, and then you say, well, I want to play this song, we both vote.
I mean, 9 times out of 10 we agree on which song we want to pick, but sometimes it's a toss-up, which is pretty cool.
I just think it's just one more thing that makes the game better. Options is what we were talking about before.
Right.
Options. It gives you more options.
So we've talked a lot now about all the good things in Rock Band 4. Now let's get into some of the things that we're not too keen about, not too happy about.
Nah, I'm pretty pissed about actually.
Yeah, pretty fucking angry, I'm not gonna lie.
There's some really bad things about Rock Band 4.
Like to the point where Jack and myself have become like visually frustrated with the game.
Yeah.
Like I have gotten to a point where I'm like, wow, I need to stop playing right now or I'm just gonna break something.
Yeah.
Like it gets really bad.
Alright, so at the top of the list here, let's just talk about the fact that I mean, when we bought the game, it was over a year old.
Yeah.
Over a year of updates have gone into the game.
It was
before we bought it.
We bought the game.
But
we bought the game in the stage of the
Rivals
expansion pack.
And
that's what I bought. I bought the Rivals bundle.
Yeah, we have Rock Band Rivals,
which we will get into more.
Yes. But even when we bought it, it was still not a finished game. The game was still unfinished.
Yeah.
And imagine back to when the game was released, how unfinished it actually was.
When I purchased the game, I think I went to GameStop or something, and I talked to the clerk, and she's like, oh, you know, you're getting this game at a really good price, because I think I got it for like $150 or something stupid. Yeah. She's like, oh, I paid like $300, and when I played it for the first week, it was just totally broken. And I'm like, wow, I would have been so mad.
And there were still some things I was mad about when we got Rock Band Rivals, like broken instruments.
Yeah, let's go into that, because I will never forgive Mad Catz, Harmonix, whoever the hell did this.
No, this was Mad Catz, and this is why they went bankrupt, and I'm glad they went bankrupt, because they ruined Rock Band.
Yeah.
Rock Band is great, but Mad Catz ruined Rock Band. I have currently a Mad Catz basic drum kit. It doesn't have any of the cymbals, it doesn't have anything special, it just has like the 4 normal pads and a bass drum.
A little bit of backstory. When the Rivals DLC came out, Harmonix was no longer in production of the instruments for the game. It was actually on Mad Catz, and so there were 2 different versions of the instruments you could buy. The Harmonix version that came with the original game that were fully functioning and had nothing wrong with them, or you could buy the Mad Catz version of the instruments that were garbage. They were absolute garbage, and I'll tell you why. Or I'll let Jack tell you why.
Well, mostly for the drums, but the guitar does this too. So, sometimes when you're playing the drums, and when I say sometimes, I mean often, when you're playing the drums, you'll miss a note for no reason. Like, I, as a Rock Band player who has been playing for a very long time, know when I mess up. I know that if I'm playing and I screw up, I know when I screw up.
Agreed.
And sometimes you just miss notes for no reason.
It's not sometimes. It's like, because we just play, and most songs, like 70% of the songs in that game, I know that Jack can full combo, no problem. And the song will be over, and it'll be, his screen will say 99%, 3 notes missed. And I'm like, how many of those did you actually miss? And he'll go, none.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, he'll say, I missed none of those notes.
Yeah. And also, sometimes the drums access hit. So, like, you'll hit like a pad, and it'll count twice. So, and it has that going for him, too.
Originally, what we thought was wrong is that the equipment needed to be updated, because apparently if you bought the original Rock Band 4 equipment, you had to plug it into your computer, and you had to update it, which was fine.
Yeah.
Which ended up never working. We tried to do it for a month. We tried to update it, like, okay, what are we doing wrong? It would be plugged in, it wouldn't be detected by the program, it wouldn't update, and then they're like, your equipment isn't out of date, it's just shit. It's just really bad.
Yeah.
And I was furious when I heard that. We emailed Harmonix.
We did that, and I basically made it a point to comment on everything that Rock Band posted on Facebook, telling them to send me a nice working drum kit, and they eventually said something. I forget what they said, but they eventually said something. Yeah, it wasn't very positive.
Harmonix, if you're listening to this, please contact me. Send me new equipment, because what you sold me is garbage.
Yeah. Well, it was Mad Catz, but you know what? They're out of business now, so Harmonix, this is all on you.
And another thing, just like a small thing, the Rock Band 2 guitar, when you strum it, it kind of made a clicky noise, so it was really easy to stay on beat. And it's not that I don't like the Rock Band 4 guitar, I really like how it feels. The only thing I don't like, and this is just personally me, because I'm sure a lot of people like this, is when you strum it, it's not very clicky, and you kind of can't hear the beat you're playing at. Like, you should know, because you're playing it, but just getting the reassuring, like, clicking, hearing it back, and being able to pair it with Jack's drum beat was so much easier for staying on beat. Because there are some times in certain notes where you just gotta strum really fast. And it's really, really hard to A, get the beat down for some of them, B, stay on beat, and C, hold it all the way until the end. Like, it's not that hard, but it's a lot easier when I can actually hear the rhythm that I'm playing at. Because when I play on this guitar, it just feels like I'm just strumming as fast as I can to get through it, and it just doesn't feel right. That's just me personally. I'm sure a lot of you disagree with that.
One thing that I really don't like about Rock Band 4 is that there's nothing new. There's really nothing new about the game. Like, going from Rock Band 3 to Rock Band 4, there are actually less things that you can do.
Not only is there nothing new, we actually just went backwards.
Yeah, like there's still, to this date, today, there's no online quick play. You can play with your friends. If you're on your Xbox, like wherever, and I'm on my Xbox over here, like we can play together. But like to this day, you cannot play with random people online.
And that was even a thing in Rock Band 2.
Yeah, like
we did that in Rock Band 2 for the Wii. On the Wii, we were able to do it.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Wii. But no, the Xbox One Rock Band 4 is unable to have online quick play with random people. And that would completely unable to do that.
And that would be really cool for like tour, because say I'm someone who has Rock Band 4 and I don't have anybody to play with and I want to go on tour. Why not go on tour with a couple random people, or let random people join your band?
Yeah, exactly. And actually, they're trying to do this thing called Rock Band Rivals. That was the whole thing. It's like you combine your scores of songs with random people, but you don't play together. It's like you play the song yourself, you submit your score to the collective group or whatever, and they submit their score. But like, what's even the point of Rock Band Rivals? I don't even know what the point of Rock Band Rivals is. I don't even play Rock Band. I don't even do Rivals. I don't.
We really just play quick play.
We just play quick play and we just go on tour and that's it. And that's what we did in Rock Band 2. That's what we're doing now in Rock Band 4.
Yeah, and not only is there no quick play online, but there's also just no versus mode.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? That was one of the best part of Rock Band 2, Guitar Hero 3, like the games that hold up to like a 10 out of 10. Those games had quick play online and they had competitive online play. There was nothing more fun than going on Rock Band 2, going on competitive quick play, and just kicking ass.
Yeah,
because I would absolutely destroy the kids online.
Yeah, it would just bend kids over.
I had such a fun time doing that. And they just, for no reason at all, removed the features from the game.
I completely forgot about that.
I can't imagine why they would do that. That was such a fun part of Rock Band.
Yeah, damn. Now, okay, well there's one more thing to my list that I don't like about Rock Band 4. Fix it. Fix it.
Please. I really hope somebody's watching this video. That's, like, get this to someone at Harmonix, because I feel like we're voicing concerns that are more than just our own, because all these things I've read on the internet before. It's like most of the things I'm aware of that are terrible about this game, I've heard from other people.
Yeah, and like another thing they removed from Rock Band 4, which I personally didn't do this. Like we really didn't play Rock Band 3 that much. We played Rock Band 3, but we didn't own it, so we didn't get into Rock Band 3. But the keyboards are just not available anymore. You can't play the keyboards. You can't play Pro Guitar anymore. Pro Guitar's not a thing. You can still play Pro Drums, which I mean I don't, because I don't have the equipment for it. But you can't play Pro Guitar. You can't play keyboard. So, like, what if you were a keyboard player in Rock Band 3 and in Rock Band 4, they're just like, yeah, we're discontinuing it. What do? You're just like, oh, well, I can't. Well, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the instruments in the game have never really held up in real life. Like, I know that personally. I can't play the real guitar, but I'm really good at Rock Band guitar, and I know people who can really play the guitar don't know how to play Rock Band guitar. But I play real piano in real life. Like, I'm pretty good. And the Rock Band keyboard, although, I mean, I know a lot of people liked it and a lot of people want it to be in this game. Personally, I found that a keyboard to be kind of atrocious. I found it to be unplayable, and I found it to be really hard to navigate. But
some people did.
Some people liked it. So
Yeah.
why take it away? Why
Yeah.
stop it?
Exactly.
Why not just sell it standalone? Why? Oh, you don't have to include it with Rock Band, but why not just give it to somebody if they want it? And why not just only have the keyboard parts for like the Rock Band 3 port over? If you
Yeah.
really don't want to go out of your way to do the keyboard parts in other songs. You could have just done something as easy and simple as that, but you didn't for no reason. You just didn't do it for no reason. You're like, why? What can I do to make less money?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Some of the
Pretty
things that Rock Band 4 does is just like, I feel like they all just sat down in a room and said, okay, let's make less money.
Yeah. Like, for example...
Not being able to port all the Rock Band 2 songs?
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, I would...
I want all of them!
Because you can get the export packs from Rock Band 3, but you can't get the export packs from Rock Band 1, 2, Lego Rock Band, Beatles Rock Band, pretty much any other Rock Band besides Rock Band 3, unless you did it, like, during that time. Like, unless it was the Rock Band 1 and 2 era, and you exported Rock Band 1 songs to 2, and then it was the Rock Band 3 era, and you exported Rock Band 2 songs to 3. You can't do it. There's no way to get Rock Band 1, 2, Beatles, Lego, all on the Rock Band 4 anymore. And I know that it's licensing issues.
Yeah, we had a conversation we actually had a conversation with the Rock Band Facebook page, and they pretty much told us, yeah, there's licensing issues, and we don't care enough to do anything about it.
Yeah.
That's really
but,
what they said. They pretty much told us to screw off.
Yeah.
Which was kind of pissed me off.
But they also like to re-release songs, like from Rock Band 2. Like, we own Carry On My Wayward Son. Like, I bought Carry On My Wayward Son to play on Rock Band 4 because I love playing on Rock Band 2. So why can't Rock Band, or why can't Harmonix just get all of the songs that they can have the license to, that they can sell to people, and instead of selling them one at a time like they've been doing, just put it in a pack. Just be like, yeah, there's some songs in Rock Band 2 that we literally cannot sell you, but here are all the ones that we can. Why not just do that?
Yeah.
It'd be so much better.
Here's another thing. When it comes to selling the individual, first of all, I'll go out and say the DLC songs are way too expensive. I mean, I'm sure they've ran the numbers, and I'm sure this and that, and that's why they gotta make money in the licensing, but they're too goddamn expensive. You sold me a $60 game. I didn't even buy $60 for the game. I probably paid $40 for the game. That came with a lot of songs. It didn't add up to like $2 per song like the DLCs, and the bundling discounts are pretty shitty. You get like 30 cents off if you buy 12 songs. Like,
Yeah.
it's garbage. You make me pay $2 for one song when like I probably paid 60 cents per song for the whole game. Like, the pricing on the store doesn't make any sense. And listen to me as a consumer. If you made the songs cheaper, I would spend the same amount of money. I would just buy more songs and I'd play your game more.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna lose money. And I know that goes for everyone.
Yeah,
Because there are
definitely.
we literally have a wish list of over 100 songs.
More than.
Over 100 songs that we just won't buy
Yeah.
because they're too damn expensive. They
Yeah.
just cost too much money.
Like, you could buy full albums for like $16.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Which I would very much want.
The Rock Band versions of the songs are more expensive than like the iTunes versions of the
Yeah.
songs, which blows my mind. I don't
Yeah.
get that. I know you have to make money, but geez, take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Still on the subject of DLC songs, it kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't. My friend Steve, on his account, he bought a couple of songs, and they're not my style of song, but they're fun to play. The problem is, I can't access the songs unless I'm logged into his account, which makes sense, but if it's all on my Xbox, why not just leave it there?
Yeah.
Like,
No, but the thing is, he can play our songs. He can. Every song I've bought, he can play. So why
can't we play his?
why can't we play his? I just that's just something I'm really confused about more than angry.
It's
like,
just confusing. It's like, why would you do that? Or fix it if you don't know what's happening.
Yeah, please. Ugh.
Probably the last thing, and I mean, this is pretty minor, but it's still kind of shook me up, is that Rock Band 2's customization for your characters and your guitars was awesome.
Yeah.
I made an awesome character in Rock Band 2. I had awesome clothes. I had awesome equipment. And the one in Rock Band 4 is a joke. It's really a joke. There's like 10 options for everything.
It's like you can only look like 10 different people.
Yeah, you can only have like 10 different faces.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
And like all of them are stupid. And,
Yeah,
like,
they're all really dumb.
Yeah, and like all the hairstyles are like really stupid.
Like I made it a goal in Rock Band 2 to kind of make my dude look like a rock version of myself. And in this one, I'm like, well, that's not me. That's not even close.
Yeah, same. I tried to make myself look like me as much as possible, but in this one, it's just not.
It's just generic white dude _2. That's who I am.
Yeah, pretty much. That is pretty much it.
It's not a game changer, but it's like, why? Why didn't you just put in the extra work?
Yeah.
People really appreciate stuff like that.
And there's only, like, I know that there's a lot of guitars, and I know that there's a lot of bass guitars, but there's, like, 5
No, there's
drum
really
sets.
not. There's really not a lot of guitars and bass guitars.
There's more than drum sets. There's, like, 5 or 6 drum sets.
But compared to Rock Band 2, there was so much stuff in Rock Band 2.
Yeah, there were so many drum sets and so many guitars and so many bass guitars in Rock Band 2. So many.
Yeah. And it's like another thing about Rock Band 2 is like they were sequential. It's like, oh, things went up in price, and it's like, oh, if you got this much money, you could have the coolest guitar. But in Rock Band 4, like they're all priced the same. Like there's no variation. It's just like, oh, it was a status symbol to have a really nice guitar in Rock Band 2. But in this game, it's just like, oh, you just
and some of the stuff, they're just locked for no reason, or like you have to like do something really random and stupid to unlock it. Which is like, no, if I want to unlock it by paying for it, like that's the whole point. You get the money. And then you buy the stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You don't have to do some, like, stupid miscellaneous task to get what you want. You pay for it. Like how you should be able to get it. I don't know. And like Alex said, like, it's not a huge thing. Like, it's not a game changer. Like, I don't go on and I'm just like, oh, the customization sucks.
But who made that decision?
Yeah.
That's
but it's
my
like,
question.
Why isn't
would
it
you
better?
do that?
Why isn't it better than it is? It could be better than it is. And
they
it's
make
just not.
so much money.
Yeah.
There was literally 2 companies attached to one game, and this is what you hand us?
Yeah, I mean,
disappointing.
Call of Duty does the same thing.
Yeah. So, in the end, yeah, I'm still going to pour endless hours into this game. I still love this game. I still have a ton of fun playing this game. But it would just be really nice if the company would kind of tend to their avid consumers and work on the things that everybody says is wrong with the game. That would make me very happy.
Yeah.
And I would probably play the game even more if that's possible.
Exactly. Why are you... It's like, I don't understand why these, like, Harmonix and why the now out-of-business Mad Catz was doing things to just make the game worse. Like, I don't know if they're stupid and they don't, like, realize that they're making the game worse, but, like, they were literally going out of their way to do some things that made the game worse. But, nonetheless, I love Rock Band 4, and it is one of my favorite games.
I love Rock Band 4. I mean, I can hate on it all day, but, like, I'm going to after I'm done talking shit about it, I'm going to go play it for 3 hours.
Exactly.
So what do you guys think? Do you like Rock Band 4? Do you not like Rock Band 4? Are there things that you think we missed that we didn't go over? What was your favorite Rock Band? Let us know down in the comment section. If you did like the video, please leave a like. It does help out a ton. And make sure to subscribe.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.